Welcome to Uffsides. It's championship weekend, conference championship weekend. I guess championship weekend is like Super Bowl, right?
A little misleading, yeah.
College championship was just Monday.
Yeah, it's just championships all over the place. I'm Matt Ufford, joined as always by fact checker slash joke ruiner Alex and Will the sound guy. Will, you're stealing shows recently.
Yeah?
People are hitting me up on Twitter like, Will the sound guy stole the show.
Oh, sorry about that.
Because it's my job. I gotta do all the heavy lifting over here, looking at the camera, and then you just show up out of nowhere with Bone Mose.
And I pay the editor.
And you paid the editor. Packers at Seahawks, the NFC Championship. My Seattle Seahawks, of course, and I share them with the rest of the 12s out there.
Gig 'em.
That's the wrong. Oh.
No, that's the right.
Yeah.
My brother goes there now.
No.
But for veterinarian school, so there's, I feel like, legitimacy.
All right. Let's take three. All right. All right, here we go.
Roll Tide.
Russell Wilson is now 6-1 in his playoff career. 9 touchdowns thrown, just 1 interception in those games. That came to Julio Jones.
5-1.
6-1. He's played 7 games in the playoffs now, right?
2 in 2012, 3 last year, 1 this.
Oh, right, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Sorry.
I'm counting after Sunday. Anyway, 9 touchdowns to just 1 interception. That interception came to Julio Jones on a Hail Mary at the end of the Atlanta game, the 1 loss. However, Aaron Rodgers is across the other side of the field, and best quarterback in the game, maybe even with that injured calf.
Yeah, with the injured calf, no, I'd take Brady over him.
Aaron Rodgers, second best playoff passer rating in NFL playoff history, 105.3. You know who's number 1? Russell Wilson.
Sample size alert.
109.6, minimum 150 pass attempts.
Okay.
How you like that?
He'll never be Flacco.
Where's Colin Kaepernick? He doesn't have 150 pass attempts.
Is Unger hurt?
Max Unger, the Seahawks center, and really, I don't want to say a linchpin of the offense because that's a little bit too much, but they're much better. I think 6 or 7 more points per game when center Max Unger plays. Had his ankle rolled up on last week, but he will play in this game. The story here is defense. Seattle's defense. Cam Chancellor reappeared in the nation's conscious last week, jumping over centers on special teams, taking a pick 6 to the house 90 yards, blowing up Mike Tolbert. It's a tough defense, man. You got Earl Thomas, Richard Sherman, and Cam Chancellor, I would argue, are the best players at their respective positions in the NFL. Michael Bennett, fantastic on the D-line. Cliff Averill still gets it done. And Bobby Wagner, an all-pro middle linebacker.
If the Seahawks win the Super Bowl, they better send Percy a ring.
He will get a ring.
Good.
Yeah.
Because he earned it.
These teams, of course, faced off in week 1. Eddie Lacy had just 12 carries for 34 yards. I expect him to have a better game against the Seahawks this week. Eddie Lacy had an asthma attack last week.
Really?
And Byron Maxwell couldn't breathe either.
Yeah, people just couldn't breathe. Eddie Lacy, the intense cold brought on an asthma attack. He missed like a quarter and a half of the game.
That's just what that defensive front for the Cowboys does to opposing players. They start running, they see the holes, and they get so excited they can't breathe.
Over the last 3 seasons, just 3 running backs have had as much as 75 yards against the Seahawks defense.
Murray did it.
Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, and future Hall of Famer Mike James of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Frank Gore's done it.
In Seattle.
Oh.
Who's Frank Gore?
Is a guy who died last season.
Easy.
Note to the Packers receivers, if you're thinking about making a catch and then stretching out possibly for a score, don't do it. Because it doesn't count.
NFL rules are dumb.
Such a garbage rule.
It's so dumb. It's the pact that Jerry Jones has with the devil. He gets to live forever, and the Cowboys are just slightly cursed.
He was given eternal youth, but only internally. So he's gonna look like garbage, but he'll keep ticking.
He looks like the portrait of Dorian Gray. We're just gonna make this hell on earth for Adam, who's gonna cut this. How do you beat the Seahawks? As we saw with the Cowboys, with the Chargers, but you win by controlling the ball. You run well on them, you convert your third downs, control the ball for 35, 40 minutes, take care of the ball, convert in the red zone.
Convert 3rd and 22s.
That helps. And you basically have to play kind of a perfect game to beat the Seahawks. Like, they don't make a ton of mistakes. The Packers are a team that can do that.
You got to slow down Lynch, though, and I think Green Bay is just way too soft up the middle.
Yeah, who are their players up the
middle? It's like LaTroy Guion and Sam Barrington and A.J. Hawk. I think Lynch is going to run over all of them.
What happened to B.J. Raji? What's he doing these days?
He's been out for the year.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Are you going to drink more or less than half a bottle of whiskey?
I would say I'm gonna have to do less than half a bottle of whiskey. I'm gonna start, my routine is usually 1 beer per quarter, and if things are going poorly at the half, I change t-shirts and switch to whiskey.
Okay.
Plus, I've gotta be a dad.
Yeah, you got the baby around now, sure.
Man.
You just need to have a cooler baby.
It's true.
I was partying with this baby once in Tijuana. did so much coke. Because babies don't know when to say no.
Line on this game, is it still 7.5?
7-5, yeah.
I would expect this to move a little bit slower. I'm going to take the Packers to cover. I say Seahawks by 3 to 5 points in this one. What about you?
I'll take Seahawks to cover.
Oh, you jinxing away. What about you, Will? Another tie?
Well, the Lions got a bad call to help the Cowboys out. Cowboys got the bad call to help the Packers out. So Seahawks are going to get the officials on their side this game.
AFC Championship is Colts at Patriots. Colts surprising the Denver Broncos. Of course, Peyton Manning came out after the game that his leg had fallen off, and he was playing without a leg for the last 4 weeks.
When
He doesn't need his leg.
horses have 4 legs.
The Patriots, their 9th AFC Championship game in the last 14 years, their 4th straight AFC Championship game. All 4 of the teams playing this weekend have won a Super Bowl in the last 10 years. So, sorry about that, fans of Jacksonville, both of them that are watching this. Andrew Luck is 0-3 in his career against the Patriots. Every single game against the Patriots has been a blowout by 20 plus points. In those games, Luck has thrown 8 interceptions to just 6 touchdown passes. 4 of those touchdown passes came with the Colts losing by double-digit points. So it's funny that the Pats beat the Ravens by using 4 offensive lineman sets, and now they're
might go to
facing the
6.
Colts. You use 6 offensive linemen.
Was that the Jonas Gray game?
Yeah.
And he hasn't been heard from since.
Put him back in the closet. Belichick, I don't need you. I will say that's really interesting. As I guess a Seahawks fan, the Seahawks are going to do the exact same thing every game. They're going to have stifling defense and try to run the ball. Maybe Russell Wilson throws a deep pass. The Patriots, you don't know what's happening every single week.
Do you think we never really know what to expect because they're not too sure what they're going to do?
I think what Belichick does is just tailors his game plan to an opponent's weakness. Like with the last game they faced against the Colts, he put out 6 offensive linemen and ran the ball down their throats. It's like, stop it. When you stop it, I'll stop doing it.
Which is also Belichick's bedroom motto. Honey, look, I love you. I'm going to keep doing this till you stop me, though.
So the Pats on defense, they've got Darrelle Revis. They've got
Jamie Collins.
He's good.
He's really good.
Really good in pass coverage. You know what's really interesting about Bill Belichick is that play, the Tom Brady to Edelman to Danny Amendola, which, by the way, you could hear the collective orgasm from Boston as Brady to Edelman to Amendola. If Amendola had scored and then tossed the ball to Wes Welker, was the only way that play could have been any better for Boston fans. Edelman was a college quarterback. You know that he at some point has been able to throw. That's his first throw in the NFL. He's had 2 seasons where he's averaged 100 catches. Never once threw the ball. Belichick sat on that play for a long ass time.
I was saving this for the 2018 Super Bowl, but
I know that a lot of people hate the Patriots and hate Belichick, and with good reason. I just love assholes. I just love asshole coaches that just do things that just absolutely wreck the spirits of the opponents. Thought experiment time. How did the Colts beat the Patriots?
The Patriots' main problem is, on paper, is I don't think they're going to be able to get pressure on Luck. They weren't able to get pressure on Flacco, and the Colts protected Luck so well against Denver, who's got Ware and Miller. So they have to somehow manufacture a pass rush. We'll see if Belichick goes blitz heavy. But then you're exposed on the back end versus Andrew Luck. Darrelle Revis could be shadowing T.Y. Hilton.
But the Colts have an array of weapons. So you got Hakeem Nicks has looked like his old self. He looks good recently.
Right.
Dante Moncrief, 2 solid tight ends in Fleener and Allen.
I still think Revis will probably shadow Hilton a lot, just because, first of all, Brandon Browner's got a bum knee, and Hilton's not a good.
Brandon Browner, who do you want him to commit pass interference against?
Exactly, and Hilton's a bad matchup for him. He's way too fast for him.
So they put Browner on Fleener?
So I think they'll put Browner on Fleener or Nix or Wayne. But yeah, I think they got to shadow Hilton with Revis.
I almost feel bad for hating on the Colts and by proxy their fans, but I just think New England's got a lot more talent. I think they're better coached, the best coach in the game. Line is 6.5. I'll take the Pats by 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, Pats will cover this one.
There you go. So, Uffsides prediction, Seahawks, Patriots, Super Bowl.
I got Colts-Packers. I don't know, you guys not listening to me? I got Colts-Packers.
Don't book it.